It can fit. I need to get the trash can back over here. Good morning. Good morning. My DSD, I've been recently using some of Sandra's from Sewing Room Gardener. Hers has a lighter weight stick, so I usually use it for a few things. For projects that I don't need something to be permanently sticked, like you know how there's sometimes that people will do like they'll do like a sandwich and then you peel away the double-sided tape. I use it for that. I use it for when I'm piecing the patterns together. Um, and if I can do everything really fast, because it doesn't stay permanently stuck. But I usually use double-sided tape from Wawak. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite tapes because it's super hyper sticky. But you don't need hyper sticky for every job. Like there's a couple of things that patterns like the Aries where you put down double-sided tape to attach the zipper, right? You use 1/8 of an inch. And then when you have the whole thing sandwiched together, before you top stitch, you remove the double-sided tape so you can cut and do snips into the fabric. So there's that's when you would use a lighter weight. Hey, so Novaween starts tomorrow. I was trying to do some cobweb eyes. It didn't work out so well. Yes, it is flipping cold out here. I'm like, I washed my hair this morning. I'm out in a hoodie, a jacket, a bonnet. I was so cold. I was so cold. I have one small tutorial that I'm going to film tomorrow. Today for tomorrow. The way the 13 days of Halloween is gonna go is that we're gonna have um ooh, that's a big task, Julie. Whoa. Um we're gonna have some small projects, some bigger projects, small, whatever. So I'm gonna do some free projects that are ideas that I came up with just myself. There will be patterns that I will list that I'm using. If I am able to get a discount code, I promise you I will put that information and tell you ahead in advance. Um, it's there. Oh no worries. Don't worry, Lynette. You'll be surprised. If the reason why I'm always like this is like I'll have messages from my husband, my kids, everyone messages me. That's why if you ever see me just like I'm reading the messages real quick. So so there'll be a little bit of combination of a little bit of everything where you have to buy a pattern, but it might be on the cheaper scale, like under $2. Something that I come up with that's free, or a free pattern from someone else that they are allowing me. I'm trying to have more free patterns than paid patterns, and then a couple more of just like my idea. So my idea of just having fun, like just creative fun stuff to do. And then every day I'm going to do it, but some days are going to be better than I'm going to do dressed in a Halloween character. I'm telling you, my kids' school is probably going to be on fire, like making bets. Because tomorrow's is a little bit more eccentric, and I cannot do it within that 10-minute window that I drop them off and get on here. So it has to start when they get up and I have to start doing it. But I digress. I'm excited. Yeah, so today I have that small little project. I need to print out the other two. Um, my kids have Friday off. There's like no holiday. Like, hey, Leslie, there's like None. I didn't know my kids had Friday off. Yeah, they have Friday off, but it's cool. They're good. They as long as they're on the computers and stuff like that. Um, no, so starting with Nova, we were gonna do something that is not bag related. Actually, there's a couple of projects that I have that are not bags because I wanted to have fun. Because there's a lot of different like parts of me. I love making costumes. I love making corsets. I love making hats. I like making crafts. I like to sew so many different things. Bags is my primary because that's my income, but I like to do something. So tomorrow, the first video will not be bag related. Actually, it has to deal with one of my favorite things to do. Period. Like ever, and I do every single day. Yeah, the cruise here. What? So yes, I was going to show you the bag that I did live yesterday, but my husband took it to go take pictures of it. That bag is super cute. I love the handles. Again, a placement template for those things would be everybody would use them. They're really sturdy, very cute. I like the inside how it came out, and I loved how I did the trim. So how I did my I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Miranda tote, especially you, Shannon. So I kind of use the Gaia's like binding on top, but didn't. So you know how you put your things together and you have to like paint the raw edges so that way it could be nice and clean. I did it like this where there was like a 1/4 of an inch gap. So the the materials be sandwiched in the middle here and folded it over so I didn't have to have any raw edges. This is not my first time doing it. It changes every time, but this is actually what prompted me to start doing it, binding the top of a bag like this. So there's a huge gap, like 3/8 of an inch, and it folds in. So you're not really sewing through a whole lot of bulk, but it helps it look pretty cool. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I also went live on Patreon and we were cutting out our Carlotta's and talking about our modifications. I forgot how many pieces that thing is. I gotta put it all in my kits. I know it's a weird thing. It was just opposite of having like if you're like me, sometimes I love edge painting, but there's sometimes I'm like, I'm not edge painting today at all. Like at all. So that's when you think of something creative. I'm freezing and I'm waiting for the heater down here to kick in. And I think my nice furry sweater is on the other chair. So yeah, basically I'm doing one video today and then I am doing one tester bag. Um, and then I have to print out some stuff. Pretty cool stuff though. I'm helping my son. They have a chance to win a Halloween party for his class and he's like all about it. Yeah, Yaya Han is very famous. She has her own fabric line at Joann's. Well, I think through like different like Free Spirit, and she has this like really cool fabrics and materials. I use a lot of her materials, like her armor materials for bag making because they look like armor. It's like a really cool print. I'm struggling with this sleeve. Um so yeah, Yaya Han's pretty famous. When I was first doing cosplaying with my kids, she was selling her My Little Pony ears, and Hope got a pair of them. I don't know where they are now. That's where she does a lot of her stuff at, as she does cosplay. She's known for it. She's part of there was this really cool show about 7 years ago called The Heroes of Cosplay, where it showed people like how cosplay got started and where is it going at now. She was one of the main characters on the series because she has won so many awards for her outfits. And if you have the chance, you definitely should look at her stuff, like especially her Queen of Hearts. I believe she did it from that one, like it's like crazy. Like she has like long claws. It's like very trippy Queen of Heart, and it's like amazing. She has a couple of cosplays. Like she has done Chung Li. She has done like a lot of different things. She's really talented at what she does. There is a little bit of controversy over her, which is unbelievably stupid to me. But a lot of people feel like she over sexualizes her characters. I don't. I feel like she has the assets and she has a very curvaceous body, and she makes costumes to fit her body, and she shouldn't be ashamed of it. Her body's amazing. I would do the same thing too if I was her. So there is that little bit of controversy in the cons world with it. But other than that, if you have a chance, the opportunity to meet her, you should. I think Bernita even has a sewing machine after her, like two similar like Tula Pink. Um, yeah, I believe she has a YouTube channel, and I know for sure you can follow her on Instagram. She every year she comes out with the 12 calendars, 12-month calendar of her in different cosplay costumes that she sews and makes as well. It is a balmy oh, I'm sorry, 43 degrees. I'm wait I'm it's so that between now and Halloween we will have our first freeze. So, and then being in the basement sucks because like I have a space heater, but it's either it makes me extremely hot where I'm like, okay, I'm in shorts and a tank top, or I'm like, I'm freezing. Why do I have this thing? There's no in between. Yeah, if you look at you're absolutely correct. If you look at comic books from the very beginning, they're very sensual, they're very sexy, and that's part of the empowerment of them that they own their power. There should be no shame, all of that. So I think she's pretty cool. I think she's a really good. Like I got to see one of her costumes firsthand, and her attention to detail is outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. I know, but DC is always a little bit warmer than where I'm at. Yep. Yeah. My thing is that if Bernina's signing you, you know that person's legit. That's all I got is Bernina doesn't sign everyone and anyone. Yes, basement dweller over here. So, sometimes it's awesome in the summer, dude. I love being a basement dweller because it stays cool down here, right? But in the winter, I'm like, I hate being in the basement. And the thing is I have the floor concrete and haven't put carpet or cork. And there is a reason why. One, I drop everything. I drop everything. Like I have dropped my coffee twice this morning. So I didn't want carpet down there because it would just be full of stains. Two, I was going to do cork, but since I lived in this house, we've been here for 8 years and we've had 3 floods, and cork absorbs water. So when the guy came here to fix the plumbing the very last time about 2 years ago, he said, "Do not get cork floors in the basement." So I've just kept it in the cement, and in the summer, not too shabby, but in the winter, like Loki doesn't even want to come down here, so I have to like bring like an old sofa couch bed thingy that I keep down here for him and put it on the ground so he could be a sewing room pup because it is cold. It gets cold down here real fast. Good morning. Ooh, 85 degrees. No, no. Mm-mm. 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 I know my friends in Texas are like this, or like my California friends are like, oh, it's in the 80s. And I'm just like, yeah, it's not here. Yes. Well, and the thing is, and then, okay, so Needlegate. Okay, I have a tendency of losing needles this size like everywhere in my workroom because like I tell you when I'm doing a tutorial, I do like to close up a bag by hand or a quilt by hand, or if I'm bringing threads from the back to the front and they're being big, like all fidgety, I like to thread my needle and put it through, right? There's needles everywhere. When I have carpet in here, if I dropped a needle, everyone stepped on one. Like it's just a matter of time. Like there's a reluctancy that my kids have coming in here because they're like, she drops needles everywhere. So cement it is. I really wanted cork though. I thought it would be super cool because like the buoyancy of it. I was like, yeah, cork. Yeah. I have a carpet rug in there that's like a ruggable so you can wash it. That thing is genius. And it's Star Wars and it looks like all like toils, but I have like ate it like 18 times on it. Like I don't I'm not the graceful I'm not graceful at all. I'm not. Yes. Yeah, I totally get it. So like in the wintertime, I usually wear like thicker socks. This is what I was telling you. My family is notorious for giving me fuzzy socks every year. And so I use them, I like pull them out around October 15th and put them in my top drawer and I'll just wear them with like my Crocs. And I'll have the socks pulled up all the way as like to my to my knee or whatever. And then I have a lot of socks from Spain. So like from like the football teams and stuff like that. So I'll wear them too. And they're very bright, vivid colors. So this is what I'm saying. Normally I buy like really cheap socks, but everyone always likes to get me really cool socks. So I have a nice sock collection. But the socks from Spain are super thick. You cannot wear them in the winter. I mean the summer because you would like your feet would just sweat off and die. So I just wear my Crocs and call it a day. Or I have a pair of Uggs that are like unbelievably messed up. You know how Uggs like somehow like where your insole is, the back of that the insole, it gets rubbed down and you'll see people's Uggs kind of like sink in because Uggs has a really bad sole. So like one of those where you're like, dude, the Uggs are sunken in the back. I have a pair of those for just the workroom. They're warm and comfy and call it a day. But it's harder for me to sew in the winter because I like to sew barefooted. So I have to get acclimated every year around this time to be wearing shoes and socks. Oof. I love me some fuzzy socks. But see, there have to be a certain one, not the ones that you stick in the washer once and you're like, there's my hair, there's the dog's hair, there's little fuzz balls, burrs. Oh man, let's see. Yeah, tropical. Oh yeah, we are okay. So in Maryland, we're not overly humid, but we do have humidity. And when a tropical storm comes in, it's like walking through a wet paper towel. It's not the business. It's great for your hair and your skin, but not for life. Ooh, foam would be cool. I know, I seen those little foam things that you know how, like, the kids have in the kindergarten and they, like, hose them down? They're like red bricks foams. I seen those at, Lowe's. I was, like, contemplating that. That's a good idea. I will talk to my husband about it because like, it has buoyancy as well. His thing would probably be like, "But the needles should." I don't know what happens, like, I'll sew and I swear I put it back on the magnet. I have magnets all over my machine and then they just disappear. Oh, yeah, those are nice socks. Good morning. Yeah, I got there I made a the most I made we have the sheep and wool festival out here, so I was able to get the merino wool and, like, a couple skins, and I have this, like I was really inspired by Claire from Outlander. I have made this really chunky cowl, and that is my favorite thing to wear in the winter because it covers my ears, and I can kinda put it over my head, and it's still a huge cowl. That is my favorite thing I've ever made. People ask me to remake it. I didn't have a pattern. I was just watching the first season and I was like, how can I make this? I don't when I crochet or knit, it's very rarely and it's usually a really unbelievably selfish gift for myself. Thank you. I appreciate you like my spider webs. I was trying to find my red crystals to make it look like there was a spider, but then I couldn't find them. Yeah, I wanted to get I'm trying to get Hope into yeah, my room straight up has a black hole, like, straight up. I will be a hour to 2 hours behind on a project because I can't find there's a black hole. Like, there's just a straight up I cannot find a whole roll of Decaville Light, and I can't find a whole roll of I had, sticky foam. Ooh-wee. Yeah, it's hard to sew with fur. When I sew with fur, because the fur bags are really in for this winter, by the way. So if I have to sew with fur, I usually am wearing a mask. There's something about the faux fur, once it gets into my sinus, it triggers an infection. Like I'll start getting blockages and everything. That's yeah. Oh, no. No. Well, I no. First when I put I have my space heater. I don't know how much Kendall paid for it. It looks like a furnace. Like, like those furnaces they show in like the 80s movies where like people are like throwing their jackets over it. They have them still in New York. But that's what it looks like, except it's black. And I usually put it on the opposite side and it just does it. But I also don't have any electronic machines. All the machines I sew in here are industrials. Like my domestics are all put up into different parts of the house. So when I sew in those parts of the house, so that could be it. I'm not too sure if there's anybody else in here that has a computerized machine. If you use a space heater, does it mess up your um sewing machine? I just did a dance and everything for you guys. No, Virginia, I didn't show a bag. I made a bag yesterday. I made the Miranda tote, but with like a lot of modifications. Um, and I have my husband, he's taking pictures because he works at different centers and he has like the coolest picture like areas to take pictures sometimes. So I'm having him take pictures so that way I can post it today. I'm trying to just catch up because Olivia's amazing. I've been making like a bag a day, trying to post them. All her products are amazing. I don't know if she's going to extend the round or not, but so keep an eye on her Facebook. Also, if you're not in Thumbs and Thimbles, you need to be. Winnie showed some really beautiful retail that's going to be happening soon. It's to be announced. And just go and look, and also just send her like a hug care or a heart care. She explains everything that's going on in her life right now and about retail and personal life. So if you're in Thumbs and Thimbles, definitely look at that post. She made it yesterday. Um, yeah, I'm pretty excited about what she has for retail. It's something that I haven't seen before, and I think that it would be profitable in bag making world, especially if you do fandom stuff like Lords of the Rings and or Star Wars. If you make these style kinds of bags, what I see Winnie offering, I've never seen anyone offer before. So I'm really excited to see people's bags from it. Also, I believe on the 20th, tomorrow's the 19th, but on the 20th, I believe Shannon's Mojo So paint thingies come out then. So I don't know what time you have to mark your calendar. I'll look it through the feed and I'll make sure I'll mention it tomorrow. The colors are really, really pretty though. I keep looking at them. I'm like, oh my God, they're gorgeous. Lisa and Christine, you should totally hang out. Yeah. Oh, so I wanted to have thread scissors. Okay. So weird talks with me and Monica. So Monica wanted to come out with a retractor for your scissors that will go to your computer. And I was like, I already see a Final Destination moment happening where I retract the scissors and the scissors slice me on my chin. And she's like, why would you think that? I'm like, I don't know. So that has not come. And then I see people have like necklaces. Again, I feel like I would bend and like I will like impel my boobs and I don't know. If there's a will and a way to hurt myself, I find it faithfully. So yeah, losing your snips suck, especially when they're your favorite snips. And I realized having black snips absolutely is horrible. Most of the stuff that I own or drink or have is black. So I lose these snips like all the time. And they're my favorite snips. I'm trying to take the double-sided tape off of them as we speak. Let's see. Oh, oh, I know. No, they should go. They should be fine. I've turned on mine all the time. My space heater though, it attracts puppies, so that want to lay right by it. So let's see. Yeah, humidity no matter what. Yeah, like the dehumidifier in my hotel room for Florida was real. I've never seen one. So I was sitting there like looking at it, then I was like trying to use my light and look behind it because I've never actually seen a dehumidifier before. And so I was For a good hour and a half, I was looking at that in my hotel room. I don't know why. I should have been reading, I should have been resting or taking a long shower, but it intrigued me because it was right by the AC unit. It worked. I didn't feel like it was humid in my room whatsoever, but the minute that I walked out, I was like, "Oh, holy Jesus." The humidity in Florida is so different for me than it is in Maryland, but that's the same thing when I have people from the West come out here, to Maryland, they're like, "The humidity is too much," and it's just different levels of humidity. Can I insert the link to I'm lost. I don't have a link to my humidifier. I mean, my, heater. My husband just gave me one for Christmas. Now, at first, I was really like, I get weird gifts for like holidays. You have no idea. And I think it's because nobody wants to buy me gifts that actually pertain to my passion, because my passion is also my job. It makes 0 sense. Yes. He gave me it. I'm not gonna lie, when he first gave it to me, I was like, "Why did you give me a heater for Christmas?" But now I appreciate it because I've had it for, like, 3 years and it hasn't, like, messed up or anything, and it heats up, like, 1,000 square feet, so the whole basement is, like, nice and toasty when I put it on. So, I can the only time I turn it off is when I'm using my, heat press, because then it's like I feel like it's 90 degrees and it's humid in my room. I know, I will lose my mind, like, I needed something like maybe, like, I think a Snips bracelet would work. I feel like the necklace would not work. I feel like I will like, you'll be like, "Oh, everybody pray for Shinova, she just impaled herself with her scissor." I mean, and these blades aren't small, so it'll be just there. But maybe a bracelet because it'll knock around, so I'll know it's there. This is one of the reasons why I don't wear necklaces because I've accidentally sewed my necklace, like, I was bending down doing some top stitching, the necklace swung underneath and it got sewed on to the item. Like, it was, like, 5 stitches before I realized that I was getting pulled down. So maybe a bracelet for me? I don't know. Oh, Mojo Sews at thank you. I don't have a link for Mojo Sews. I can't put a link in here. Sandra, if you're able to put Mojo Sews Facebook group in there, I would really, really appreciate it if you're still here. I know you're wicked busy. Yes, Shannon's right. It's 10:20 at 6 p.m. I think it's Eastern Standard Time because I believe she's in Philadelphia. I believe it's Easter. And it's may the odds ever be in your favor. I feel like those are gonna get sold out fast. The colors are very, very unique. And things like there's a color way it looks like a Merlot, like it's a very it's like a deep kind of burgundy-ish brown. I cannot make that with my I have a color theory chart, and I will when I'm edge painting, I'll bust out these charts to try to mix the color. So when I seen that color, I was like, yeah, that's a color I can never make. So I'm gonna get this. And also, while you're buying that, if you're gonna get your base coat, put it in there now because she will not be shipping after the end of this month. I think on the 24th or something, because everything starts to freeze. She's in Philly. So I think she's in Pennsylvania. Everything starts to freeze. And she's not the only one. If you buy edge paint from Emmeline Bag, I believe she already stopped. A lot of people like Leatherworks, Leather Guy, all of them stopped selling edge paint in October and don't resume selling it back until March or April. So get what you got to get now because they can't ship it. Because once it freezes, it kind of does this like coagulation thing and it's really gross. It looks like Play-Doh that's old, and no matter how much you shake it up, it's clumpy. I hope that you were able to visualize it as I was saying. So when I keep all my edge paints high because you know heat rises. So they're normally on the third shelf. I actually put them on the top shelf like after Halloween so that way that they don't get too cold. And I kind of like literally nestle socks. Like you know how we all have one sock because the dryer takes one and brings it to Narnia. I take the socks that have one and I stuff them in a bag and kind of like baby bird them and nestle my stuff in there because it gets cold out here. So I put them high up and nestle them in socks so that they don't coagulate. Because once they do, it's like you could add distilled water, different stuff to help thin it out, but it's just not the same. Yes, promo. Like a Halloween one would be cool. And like each color comes in like Canva style, like have one photo and then put your description and then have another one. Mojo So's release is on the 20th, Dalva, at 6 p.m. I want to say Eastern Standard Time. Because I keep saying I need to just pop by because she's not that far from me. Lynette is like zero tolerance. She's about to put, she's I'm about to put you on timeout. You're gonna take a 10. A link for thumbs and thimples. Dalva, do you have a link for thumbs and thimples? Because I think Sandra might not be on. Bracelet would be dangerous for you, same. I totally get it, but a necklace, you would see it live and you'll be like, somebody will be calling Kendall on Facebook like, you need to get home. It was Shinova did, and then he would just start driving. You didn't have to tell him anything. He'll be like, "What did you do?" Thank you, Dava. Yeah, she's in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Because it's the same thing. As soon as Emmeline Bags and as soon as a Mojo So stops selling, I that's an indication for me to put my edge paints further up. And so when I use them, I take them down, and when I'm done, I put them back up, and they're nestled in with old socks, like you know how you would do like a bunny or a pet hamster or something. I don't poke holes in the box or anything. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, I wanna see. Shannon, I wanna see. Good morning, Denise. Yeah, I'm wanting her to post it too. Yeah, that color is absolutely gorgeous. It is you know what I wanna use it with? So Backstitch had, like, this Wednes in their Wednesday collection, they had this deep, dark red, and it was, like, kinda matte but shimmery. I have 2 rolls, and every time I see that color, I'm like, "I wanna do something with, like, a wallet." or something that just really show the colors together. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know how I love your like her video TikToks are like me watching something from like behind the scenes of like some cool TV show or just like a cool movie. I'm like really excited every time I see her. I'm like it's like what like if the trailer of Stranger Things came out or Sweet Tooth, I would watch it like 8 times. That's how I treat Shannon's videos. I'm like, "Yes!" Or like, you know how like when they show the behind the scenes of Peter Jackson when he's like in the Shire or in the Hobbit hole and he's like directing and you get like all excited and you're like, "I'm gonna watch this movie for the 15th million time." That's how I feel about Shannon's TikToks. I'm like, I get excited. It's very exciting to me because it's visually pretty. You know who else I like their TikToks and their Instagrams is Amber, the crafty reporter. Like the way she puts things together, I feel like I'm watching like a makeup tutorial but for bags. So I like to watch people how they present stuff, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, Reels, whatever you choose. I'm looking. I get like a creative kick when I see other people's creativity. It just makes me feel good. Yes, the metallic matte red. I feel as soon as I seen your color, I was like, this color and this color would look so amazing together. Yeah, it would look nice. Someone in me did a 3D ghost sewing, and it was so cute. I didn't see that one. No. Like, no, no, I do sleep. I don't sleep a lot, but I do sleep. It depends. If I'm in a TV show, like Kendall will be like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep. Because I'm not a person that can wait. Like, I am the worst waiter. I'm I just can't wait. But if I'm not watching anything, I'm just like listening to podcast or whatever, or just like listening to an audiobook, then I'll go to bed around 11 and I'm up by 5 something because I have a puppy who's very vocal about using the bathroom around that time. He's very vocal. Like he just talks all the time. Okay. For real. I think the red would I think it would look really good together. Yeah, you should stalk her on TikTok. Totally. Or just be in her Facebook group because she usually, I normally, Shannon, this is what I get from you. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. She usually posts her like work of art TikToks or reels in her group first, her group, and then I see it everywhere else. But it's primarily the first one is in um not at Threadco. And like I'm like on high alert. Like I'm in high alert at most groups that I am, but I'm on high alert on that one. And I'm so glad I'm Facebook friends with Shannon because the two because I'm the Facebook friends and I'm in her group, I get to actually see the algorithm automatically shows me anything she posts. That is the weird thing. I hear a lot of people talking about algorithms, but I notice that if I'm Facebook friends with a person and they post something and I'm in the same group, I will see it. If I'm not Facebook friends with you, then unfortunately, you're like, what if I'm scrolling through so whatever or size swags or creative back making, then I'll stumble upon you. I'm just like little things I'm noticing it actually came to my attention. I'm in this group for Etsy, and it's for Etsy for Maryland, and it's not even through Facebook. It's through Etsy. It's a if you are a store owner on Etsy, there are groups that you could join within your like chapters within your state or city. And our group always gets picked for trials, like new things that they want to add to Etsy because we give a lot of feedback or whatever. But somebody was explaining to that their Facebook has been booming because what happened was is she switched it where she will show it only in her like Facebook group where people bought bags, but nobody outside of like that group would never see anything. So she switched it where her Instagram friends, like she was able to link all her Instagram friends or whatever. Everybody was able to see her work. So she's been getting a lot more sales. And she's also figured out this TikTok selling thing, which is always curious to me because I just figured out Instagram and I'm not the best on that. But yeah, exciting posts like that is what they always say, exciting pictures. Um, like, so if you see somebody doing photography, Q&A of what they do and how they do it, take that information, run with it. If you see somebody do visually beautiful work to you and you want to achieve that, don't be afraid to reach out and be like, "Hey, I love your work. It's pure art. Do you have any tips that for someone that's starting out?" I asked I when I was first making pictures of my bags, I would ask over and over again for certain different people that had beautiful things, and they were so nice and they told me. And from their help and me, practicing, fumbling, failing, winning, I went from there. But I can always appreciate beautiful work. Yeah, except stalking. Okay. I know it is a time sink for me too. I haven't been on Facebook as much as I normally am. I haven't. I just haven't. I'm in That's So Nova to post certain things like I'll post like the 13 days of Halloween or if I tested a bag, this is what it looks like. But I'm hoping I could do a little bit more with that, like give you a greater insight onto it because I know there's some people they want to buy a pattern, but they're still reluctant because they only see like that's a 6 pictures, but they don't see every aspect of the bag. So I'm hoping that eventually I can do more of like this is The Catalina, it has a zipper pocket, 2 slip pockets, and then this is the kind of materials you can and cannot use with it. So that way someone can see the bag fully before they buy the pattern. That's what I'm hoping. I've never gone into Pinterest. Pinterest is like the most confusing. I know I'm gonna say it. It's super confusing to me. For some reason, I'm like, is it just I don't know. I don't get it. So it's not. Yes. Yeah, see, and that is unbelievably sweet. And like because one, the person's giving Shannon the greatest compliment. Like your stuff is appealing to me. And two, you helping them, you're showing that you're not a gatekeeper, that you want to see other people succeed, and you're kind of flattered by that compliment. And rightfully so. You're good at what you do. Um, yeah, there's no point in being a gatekeeper. When people are gatekeeping and like holding secrets, it makes me like, this is not football. This is not like a playlist that it's going to help us win homecoming. This is we're supposed to be just like the football team and just work together so that way we all can achieve and go to college. That's how I think of it. Yeah, I used a college analogy for this. So I have people messaging me on different stuff, and that's why I started kind of doing a couple making my bags live so that way you can see how my mind works um, and go for it. Yeah, oh yeah, Loki, he's vocal. Like if anyone has ever been on a FaceTime call with me and heard Loki in the background, he is the most vocalist dog, especially if he's fussy. So like at like 5, he sounds like a turkey, and Kendall says he doesn't, but he does. Like if I recorded it, she'll be like, "Your dog sounds like a turkey." He's and like so Kendall usually is the one that gets up, but if he's like had the surgery, I get up, or sometimes Faith is the early bird. Faith is up at 6 o'clock, like, good morning, sunshine, and you're just like, why? Why? So Faith is usually up, so we have that. Yeah, I do captain's log, drink coffee. Good morning. Bonjour. Buongiorno. Mhm. It is so confusing. I know it's simple. People have tried to explain like it's a board, you pin your ideas, but I'm not like like I don't know. I don't know. I am not 100% sure on Pinterest, and I like to look at it, but I'm not too sure what I'm doing. Like so, so I know. Faith made coffee for me today. I was like, Faith, I haven't had coffee all week long. And she's like, I'll make some, mom. She made it really good. But then when she left, I had to put some espresso in it. Yeah. I really love espresso. I want to throw that out there. I girl loves espresso. I'm one of those people that when I get a frappuccino, I'll be like, three shots of espresso, and you can visibly see the Starbucks person's face. Does she have a migraine? Is she hungover? Is she like, you know, what is going on? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. High five to not understanding Pinterest. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. It's a weird thing. It's weird. I guess because I don't know. It kind of reminds me of MySpace, and I wasn't a huge fan of MySpace back in the day when I was a littler Nova. I know it's supposed to be visual. It kinda okay, so, like, I have, like if you look at my wish list on Etsy, you'd be like, "Shnova, no one can ever find you a gift," 'cause I've liked over 2,000 items. Etsy's a kryptonite to me. I know a lot of people have a lot of things against it, but I'm a sucker for, like, handmade stuff. I don't know why, I am. Um but yeah, like I like the idea, the concept of putting all your favorites in one theme, but if it's like Etsy, then I have just 2 favorites, one for work and the one for me. And the one for me has over like 2,300 things that I like. Don, you're too funny. Oh my god. Vietnamese coffee is I like a French press. I like, uh I like the Blue Mountain coffee from Bob Marley's family, but that thing costs like $35 for a half a pound. It's ridiculously expensive. I treat myself once a year with it around the holidays. But that is the Blue Mountain coffee is my absolute favorite. I like coffee black. I love espressos, but I do like every now and again getting a frappuccino or a pumpkin spice or something like that, but I prefer my coffee black. Yes, I do brew my own espresso. There's always some accident heat related with me, but yeah. Yeah, I do French press myself too. That's why I'm always looking I'm side eyeing Kindle because he usually puts the kettle on and has the everything ready so I can just press it, and go. But yeah, I don't do Keurig. I don't do any of that. And if I'm in a crunch and I can't have time to French press, I will stir some Folgers in a cup real quick like you've never seen before, and it'd be like I'll sing the whole song. It's coffee is my like if they were like Shinova, you have to never eat a sweet again or not have coffee. I'll be like goodbye sweets. like I, it is my lifeline. I've been drinking coffee for so long, and it's not even about staying awake or whatever. It's just even when I would go to IHOP with my dad in the morning, like before I went into junior high, I've been drinking coffee forever. Like it's something that on my Spanish side that we do a lot. Everyone drinks coffee, like have some espresso. so like you're just like, all right, sure, let's drink it. Yeah, I try to tell you, Dalva, that color is woo. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna beat your old person and I'll old you, Shannon. Shannon, if I like something that say I see it on Google, I will take the link and put it in my calendar for when I have time to see it. So like let's say I seen how to dye your hair red and it's like a video, I will link that thing and put it down like, hey, I know next Friday I'll be off and I won't have anything to do and put it in there so I can remember. That's how I do it. Yay. and they looked at weird. They're like, "Why do you want so much caffeine?" Oh my god, I heard Bones Coffee is so good. Okay, all right, I might have to just. I heard really great things about them. I have not tried them, but I might have to see. Yeah, see, my kids like they want like, oh, I want a venti frappuccino with whipped cream in this. I'm like, it's not enjoying the coffee. You're enjoying the sugar. Coffee is like wine to me. Like you don't sit there and just add all this stuff to wine. It's weird. I have a family member who shall remain nameless who drinks wine with ice cubes. Like if she did it like ice grapes, I would have some more respect for her, but ice cubes. And the bottle of wine is chilled already. Like little slushy ice coming off the sides of it. So I'll definitely look for a coupon. I drink a lot of tea too. I like tea. I actually at this last convention bought me and my friend butterbeer tea and their loose leaves. Oh my god. I've been searching for this company ever since I bought the butterbeer tea from them like 5 years, and they've been out. And because of COVID or whatever, as soon as I seen them, I bought her 2 packs. I bought me 2 packs. I love drinking tea at night. It's like my favorite thing to do. I love and the and I like my tea with a splash of milk, and that's it. If I'm sick, maybe a dollop of honey, but I do drink tea with milk. I love Thai tea. Oh yeah. I love Thai tea. I will like I so like whenever I get pho, I automatically go to the beverage section. This is how I figure out who I'm gonna buy from DoorDash. Kindle drives him nuts because he always has to order my pho because I like certain things in it and he remembers it and I never do, right? so um I will go see if they have boba tea or they have Thai coffee or Thai iced tea, and that is my winning decipher of whether or not I'm gonna buy pho from somebody, is if they have these things in their shop, so I can order it with it. Yeah, that's like how the French press is. We grind it, we put it in the French press, and Yeah. I'll even drink Folgers in a pinch, because it smells like my dad. My dad smells like Old Spice and Folgers and gasoline because he was a okay. My dad was an engineer for Texaco Oil Refinery forever, like 40 something years. So he smells like gasoline, Old Spice, and Folgers. When I smell those things, I'll be like, "Where's my dad?" He's all right. You have a good day. Oh, you brew your own Thai tea? Yeah, when you come out here to Maryland, you're going to show me, please, and thank you. Good morning. I love the smell of gasoline too. It's super weird. Like, so we'll be at a Costco and I can smell it. I'm like, "It smells like my dad." And he's like, "That's not weird at all." It does though. He just that's the way he smelled. Mm. Okay, you're getting all these different coffee things. You're just making me you know what I like, and I didn't think I was gonna like? I like matcha tea. I didn't think I was gonna like it. 'Cause I was like, "It looks really thick." I was like, "And it's green." So, those 2 things automatically, I'm like, "No," but then it tastes good. Butterbeer. Butter I don't know where the thing I'm like, "Yes, hold on." I just had the bag too because I was like, "I gotta mail Christina off this," and I already dropped something. Let me see if I can get there. Okay, so this is called the Riddle Tea Shop. It's backwards, but they even give you directions on how you brew their tea. And this one is butterscotch beer. And it's like, so I got 2 packs for her, 2 packs for me. And then this one's mine now because it fell on the floor. But they also have these really cool rose gold ones. So I bought one for her and bought one for me. Isn't this cute? So I don't have a link, but it's called Riddles, Tom Riddle Tea Shop. They have the coolest ones. They also have teas for Doctor Who and for Lord of the Ring, but all of the teas that they have for the Harry Potter are epic, and they're here in the East Coast, and they're amazing. But it took me 5 years to find them again. I was out and I kept telling people about it, and I'm going to buy more for the holidays because I think this is such a great Christmas gift. Like making a pouch, like a jelly pouch or a fun pouch, and then having this, and then like maybe a tea mug. Such a nice gift. Oh, yeah, engineers are pretty amazing. They all have their unique scents. I would love I would love that like if someone I remember you because you smell like vanilla bean ice cream. That would be super cool. Okay. We'll be at the gas station drinking tea, making some awesome weird reels, and they'll be like, "What are they doing?" I like Irish coffee as well. I'm not mad at you. Drink Irish coffee when I'm sick or I'm like sinuses, but yeah, Irish coffee's good. There, oh, thank you, Dalva. You're the best. Oh, on the side, this, yes, and then get this because man, isn't this cute? It's rose gold. So like what I like to do is I like to buy 1 or 2 different flavors, and then I will make a mug rug or put it in a pouch and do it as a holiday gift. So I got some that there I was looking for them. When I seen them, I almost like lost my ever loving mind. They look different too. They don't look the same when they first were doing it. They look like babies, like 17-year-olds. I'm not saying that they like aged like negatively. It's just they just didn't look how I remembered them. And they remembered me and I remembered them and just I don't know. So I got Christine some and I got my Christina some and I got me some and I'm really excited to ship this off. She's a huge Harry Potter fan, so I try to get like different stuff. Like I got when I went to Green Gots, I got a $10 bill that is the Harry Potter money for her. I like I'm trying to put together a really cute Harry Potter like holiday gift. Like I want to make a holiday mug rug that's HP and just different stuff that we have out here that she doesn't have in Texas or whatever. But yeah, this stuff right here It tastes very close to the theme parks. Very, very close. So what I would recommend to do, because you drink this hot, is if you cool it down, have it overnight, and then blend it with ice, you can have, like, the frosty one that they have at the theme park, or you can have it hot like they do at the theme park. Right? They have their little site is so cute. What I always pick the weirdest stuff when I'm at Comic Cons, like, to get, because it's like I have tons of nerdy people in my life, and I want to be able to help them achieve the optimist nerdiest. And what more nerdy than, oh, I'm drinking a cup of butterbeer in the morning, and it smells like heaven. Holy heck! If I wasn't so afraid of candles, I would say this should be a candle smell. Um, I accidentally set my hair on fire a couple times with it. It's just like, I don't know. And then I read somewhere that, like, candles are really bad for the environment, and I was like, "No one's ever told me that." I know, Dawn. I'm the same way. I'm really weird about my teas, and I have different flavors that I like from very different brands. But I do like loose sleeve I prefer loose leaf teas, always. Um, but if they're in the bag, they have to be like the same company that owns Sleepy Time tea. They have this Georgia peach tea. Holy crap. Like, it tastes like you're eating and biting into a fresh peach. It's just like amazing. Mm. I like to take my tea right before bed. I take tea like at 9 p.m. when and it's usually when I'm corresponding with people, and then that's how I fall asleep. I love drinking fall and winter is my favorite season because it in spring too, because I could drink warm tea. Like in the summer, I'm not going to drink a cup of hot tea. I'm already dying from humidity. I'm good. Yay, another person for loving the smell of gas. I know it's really weird. Dal was fast with the link. She's like, "Yes, Shanova is picking some weird stuff today. Let's go." Oh, yeah. Yeah, she has a really cool name, and they have really cute, place settings. I missed out. She had, like, a mug rug that was not a mug rug, it was like a flat tin that you put your mug on, and her mug had a magnet at the bottom, and it has a magnet there, and they had it and they sold out, and she said that they may not have it again until next year. And I was like, "Oh my god, that actually would work for me," because like, I try to hold it with a saucer because I wanna be fancy, like, I'm pretending I'm in Bridgerton or something, and it doesn't work out, ever. I've spilled tea in the bed so many times. My husband loves me a lot because at this point, I would have divorced me off of just spilling in the bed. Like, there's tea in the bed, Genova. Is that Coca-Cola? Did you let Loki drink water on the bed? I mean, I'm infamous. So I was waiting for that. I was like, that's so cool because you can hold your saucer and it's like magnet on the bottom, whatever. But there's like a lot of things. It can't be dishwasher. You can't put in the dishwasher. You can't put in the microwave. So I was really surprised because I thought nobody was going to get them and I was going to wait until the last day. Just because I hate loading new things into my car until the last day. Um, no, they sold out like within the first 2 hours of the opening. Yes, make a butterbeer candle. I'm just saying. Oh, that's good, Melissa. You love the smell of tar. So, like, do you like the smell of La Brea tar pits? Because, like, I've had 2 weird encounters. I've lost shoes there. I had to stop going. So okay, there's a trove. Kendall's like, he will be like, "Are you gonna drink the tea, like, over your nightstand?" I'm like, "No, I'm drinking in the bed." He's like, "Are you sure?" Like, "Yeah, why not?" Yeah, like, yesterday during, Captain's Log, and then when I was doing this, I spilt Coca-Cola all down my shirt, like, it just I'm a klutz. It's just a part of who I am, and I have to learn to accept it. I know. There's a troll. No. So, I digress. It has been almost an hour, and I'm gonna finish my lukewarm coffee, probably pop it in the microwave again, and then start sewing. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And if you're watching this after the questions and comments happen, just wait 72 hours and all the comments will be on here. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope everyone has a really fantastic day. Happy sewing.